Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in for another series we got going for you tonight. For Merc Esports, we got two undefeated teams facing off on the Rift tonight in a best of three. White Lotus Wisteria versus the Jolly Ranchers Ghost Crew. Everybody wants to name themselves after me, but the two casters and get you through the night. We got myself, Ghost, and new to the crew. This go round is gonna be Coin Flip. Go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
What's up, guys? I'm Coinflip, top laner for Rat Tactics, and I also own the org, and I'm excited to be here.
Yes, sir. Guest in with us tonight. And once again, welcome you guys to come hang out with us, as we get you through this fantastic series. We got once again both teams undefeated, 3-0 for both White Lotus Wisteria and JRGC. So I'm looking forward to some action. White Lotus has been impressing me for the last 2 weeks, so I'm looking forward to seeing this series. I haven't got to actually cast the Jolly Ranchers series, but when I heard from my peers, they've been pretty good. They've been active on the map. So let's see where this gets us.
Yeah, I mean, both these teams are extremely impressive. Both not dropping a series so far through the season. Only teams dropping one game apiece in the series, so this is gonna be really exciting to watch.
Yep, and before we get to the draft, I'm going to introduce both of the teams to you guys. We got for Jolly Ranchers Ghost Crew starting on the blue side for the night, and top lane Nas Ghost. Everybody wants to be me, man. I'm just joking. All right, but in the top lane we got Nas Ghost. At jungle we got C-Cat, mid Prison Mike, AD carry Ziggy, support Flaccid. And for White Lotus Wisteria coming out from the red side for game one, then top lane Moby White, jungle Soren Noel, mid Flash on Elf, AD carry Smolder Gate, and at support, of course, you know his name, support. As we now looking to go into and get into that draft, as they already starting up for us. One moment, as we thought we was ready. Apparently we're not, but it's all good. All right, and we're good to go in the draft, and we already got a first band coming out from Jolly Ranchers Ghost Crew. It's gonna be that first band, gonna be Kaiser coming out immediately off the board. All right, Lotus Stare answering back with that Jarvan band. Make sure that and try to pinch that jungler's pool a little bit. Righty. And these bands are flying out fast from both sides. Now we got the Way and the Moo both banned on and from Jolly Ranchers Ghost Crew, along with White Lotus banning out the Ashe and the Leona. Make sure they pinch that bot lane and try to make sure everybody's uncomfortable as possible. Granted, 280 carries off the board. Funny enough, they counter each and one countering the other. But and that B1 slide is gonna be Jinx possibly coming out, but they haven't locked it in yet. So maybe it's still a little rocky, a little shaky.
I think not banning the Jinx, you automatically expected that to come through. I think Ziggy is known for his Jinx very well, and is very good at piloting the champion.
But again, I have no clue, so I'm wait. All I gotta say is Jolly Rancher surprised me. I gotta check y'all out. It's gonna be the first time. But now we got the Misfortune and Vi immediately coming out for White Lotus. Probably, in my opinion, a little too early for the Vi pick. Probably should have waited to probably R3. But you never know what might get. Cause there's the Lulu that's gonna be coming out. It's gonna make Vi's life hard, especially trying to do the cease and desist onto somebody.
Yeah, if they pick the Lulu here, I think it's gonna be big. Because I'm expecting White Lotus to follow the Jinx Vi with a Rel pick. And Lulu kind of just negates what that champion wants to do.
No, definitely. So they're probably got 9 times out of 10 gonna have to put somebody else that and bring somebody else into the fold that can dive with that Vi, or else don't expect too much happening during team fights for us, whoever she decides to target.
Ooh, that's a spicy pick right there.
I think this is gonna be the first time I've seen Briar picked in Merc Academy. I'm not gonna say it's the first time has it been picked, but as far as me seeing it, first time I'm seeing it in my eyes. So now, Jolly Rancher Ghost Crew, you got my attention. See what you can do. All right, we're gonna round out those first 3 picks with Nautilus for White Lotus Wisteria. More than likely going to support, so it feels so weird. His name is support. I'll never get over that.
In my game against Jolly Rogers, we actually banned the Briar all 3 times. I never got to see him pilot the Briar, but I do know we were scared of it, and I think it's gonna be a big pick for them if he can get it going.
And speaking of picks to be scared of, Mordecai's being banned out for White Lotus Wisteria. Urgot making sure that Moby doesn't get that pick at all. Well, oh, now it's locked in.
Interested to see what Prison Mike picks here, because I think he will be a big factor in this game and getting Jolly Rogers going.
All right, but now we got Victor rounding out the bans for White Lotus Wisteria. Make sure Prison Mike doesn't get his hands on that, along with Yone. Make sure they can't be flexed between mid and top for White Lotus. As we now look to see who they're going to pick for this all-4 slide. 9 times out of 10, I believe they're going to leave counter pick from Moby. It seems like that's the regular White Lotus thing to do. So, see what they decide to go with here. And as we go into the last second, it's gonna be Ari coming out for White Lotus Wisteria. Pretty safe pick in the mid lane. So I can see it, especially with Briar. It really helps when Briar is engaging on somebody, or at least running somebody down that charm to get her into that dangerous place. You already got Misfortune in this game. You got plenty of CC. You got a good amount of CC. You got Vi Ultimate, Nautilus, and Dredge Line also with the old charm for Ari. It's decent, but we have the Galio coming out from Jolly Rancher Ghost Crew. I like
that's gonna
it.
That's gonna be 2 globals with the Briar and the Galio.
Oh, are they gonna do
Aurelia.
it? Come on, do it. Do it. No balls. Do it. And it's gonna be the Aurelia coming out for Jolly Rancher's Ghost Crew, throwing down the gauntlet, ladies and gentlemen. I'm hyped up, and we're gonna have the Malphite answering back.
This is a spicy matchup.
Definitely, most definitely. Woo-wee. All right.
Misfortune's gonna have a big job here though with the damage on White Lotus. Looking at their team, they don't have a very high damage output, so if the Misfortune ult misses the fight, then it might just be over before it started.
Yeah, but my issue with Jolly Ranchers too, they only have Lulu as the supporting cast. Like, they have Jinx to just sit back and try to get resets. But in terms of backing up this Galio, Aurelia, and this Briar, they only have Lulu, which can only really help one person. So I probably prefer the different support pick to try to you can neutralize the Vi ultimate coming in on somebody, but there are other champions that can do that, and plus still actually give you some more not resources, but have different ability to actually be able to help that team a lot more. Like Seraphine been fine. I don't know if Flaccid plays it. I mean, there are other champions that can fill that role, but I guess Lulu's gonna be stick hot glue to Jinx, so basically whatever happens to the front line happens. But then again, when looking at the team of White Lotus Wisteria, I don't think they really care that much. If you're Jolly Rancher Ghost Crew.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the Misfortune ult's going to be huge, but the double globals is also going to be very, very powerful for them early in the game. If they can hit a Briar ult and follow with Galio ult, they're just going to clean up these early fights really easily with those 2.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go to a quick intermission. Unfortunately, we ain't Riot Games, so we don't go immediately onto the real. So we got that 3-minute wait. But while we wait to get there, go ahead and get your snacks, use your restroom, and get your beer, juice, whatever. because when we get back, we'll have an exciting game one for you guys from two undefeated teams for the IBSG League of Merc Academy. And we'll see when you get back on the Rift. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back on the riff for game one. Ooh, we
That
already got
spicy
in,
little
babe.
level one.
Ooh, we
That
already got
spicy
in,
little
babe.
level one. That spicy little level one. That spicy little level.
Minions have spawned.
All right, so first thing first, I just want to go ahead and say, while we just got this a little bit slow right now, my bad. And to the Jolly Rogers guys, I said their names wrong earlier. I said Jolly Rancher. It meant to be Jolly Roger. My bad. You know, we all make mistakes. You know, it's been working for over an hour straight. You know, make sure you guys try to get you guys the best production you could possibly get.
Jane's getting caught here. Forced to burn the flash.
So we got a little bit of a squabble, you know, just a tad bit one. Ooh. Alrighty, so now game one, what do you expect to happen, coin flip? Because right now I feel like I'm looking more towards mid. I feel like, even, and I say I feel like, but in actuality, even though yes, Galileo does typically get picked to counter AP, but let me stop talking first. Aurelia already hit level 2 and she's already looking to go in on the Malphite, getting that damage down onto Moby. Now it's got a good amount of damage, but he is brought about half HP because of the minions themselves. But yeah, this mid lane, even though Galileo is typically picked to counter mages and such, Ari actually has a decent matchup into him, funny enough.
Yeah, I think it's gonna come down to just how well they can use these double globals early and match Ari's roams, because Ari should be able to get this wave in very quickly and make good use of her level 6.
All right, Flash is gonna miss. He may miss the charm, but he's gonna land that Q, the Spirit Orb. But it looks like just everything's settling down. Like Vi pathing towards that bot side, possibly looking for a gank. As for Briar, is the opposite. She path from red to blue. But Aurelia also subbed in the Malphite, so might not be much. But like we got a little bit of action. Flash comes out from support. They get the Vault Breaker onto Ziggy. Ziggy gets down to E. Lucky be forced to Flash. He does have the barrier too. Flash comes out for the Vi. Oh, and
This is
Soren.
horrible for the Vi, because the Vi's top side's all still up.
Oh,
That means she
no.
wasted so much time for that gank, and it not working out is very bad for the Jolly Rogers Ghost crew.
They almost got Ziggy, but Ziggy had the barrier and Lulu had the shield and heal, brother. That's a so now you got Nautilus and Vi Flash down. I mean, granted, Misfortune and Blowing Suns, Nautilus still have the never mind. As I was talking, now we're looking to see a fight. Seacat's gonna be caught out into the jungle, possibly dead. The Flash comes out for Seacat. Now we got Aurelia and Galileo joining the fray as they're looking for more blood. As now Briar is gonna, ooh, she almost lives, but they're gonna trade 1-for-1 for both junglers.
About as good as you could ask for the situation WLW put themselves in, but the gold lead is already hit 1,000 and we're only 4 minutes into the game. They need to get back on track if they want this game to play into their hands.
Most definitely so. We got Nautilus roaming around. He's trying to get some vision down. Gets a ward onto Briar's Raptors. Should be making the way back down, but especially now that wave should be bouncing out from underneath the tower of the Jolly Rogers boys. But I gotta make sure I remember it's not Jolly Rancher. I'm sorry, guys. Don't harass me. I love y'all. But
The jungle CS disparity is getting pretty crazy at this point.
I was just about to say something about that too, because 14 CS down already at the 5 and a little bit over 5 minutes. Like, what is it we got? And Briar, keep in mind too, 2 levels over the Vi. Hey, that's a lot, man. As we got a little small engage coming off of prison, might not gonna land the taunt, but already gonna land the charm, get a little bit of damage down as a trade.
think Galio's fine with taking small trades.
All right, Nas. You keep going into that, man. You landed a combo, but you gotta remember it's a mouth fight. But looking like we're going for round 2 in bot lane, but possibly another round for Briar for the first time on Moby. Gonna be forced to flash away, make sure it doesn't get caught into the Aurelia E and get locked down and killed. As now and looking like maybe starting that dragon on that bottom side.
Yeah, it looks like we're gonna have a 1-for-1 trade. Aurelia misses the ultimate, so there's gonna be no fight there. But looks like we're gonna trade grubs for dragon here. Standard things.
Definitely so. As White Lotus Wisteria, they're gonna take the Chemtech Drake. Alrighty, we're possibly looking mid, but Galio should be able to get out of that fairly easily. Oh no, the E hits Vi, and Spirit Rush comes out, forces Galio to flash. White Lotus gonna take about 2 turn shots, one on Vi, one on RS respectively. Oh no, they're walking into the wrong bush as Vi is gonna meet her end. As 3 deaths on Soren Noel already. This is not a good start for these guys.
Yeah, Jolly Roger's making the most out of the map rotations. Everywhere it seems the top laner and jungle duo walk, it seems they find a kill.
Not only that though, but keep in mind, Vi is still level 4. C-Cat on the Briar is now level 6 and almost 25 CS ahead of the Vi. Like, that is nuts.
Yeah, this Vi is just gonna turn into an ult bot pretty quickly if she doesn't start making things happen around the map.
Definitely so. Alright, well, I gotta say, even though we've been having a little bit of action, it's been mostly just jungle hunting, make sure that Vi just stays down in the dirt. But outside of that, it's not really been that much on the map. Kind of not used to it. I'm used to more happening, like more chaos. Like by this point in the game, I already have like 9 deaths in my series outcast.
Yeah. I think the Aurelia pick is right where she wants to be, especially with the Malphite just being not having Bramble Vest yet.
Definitely so, but the thing is too, Aurelia still trying to engage him, but I don't know if you want to do that, brother. I mean, Moby started Doran's Ring and still Malphite with the shield passive. Not only that, but it has 2 claw farmers too. So that W is gonna hit worse. Alright, but Vi looking to come top. Aurelia does not have flash in the moment. She does have the ultimate, but it doesn't matter because Moby's gonna drop the unstoppable force onto her and she's gonna go down.
Big pickup for White Lotus to get this game a little more stable.
Yeah, because they're like 1.9k down already. And it's not even 10 minutes yet. Alright, we got the Spirit Rush coming out for Ari from Aang. Trying to get away from that Briar engagement. And Nautilus is gonna pay the price. He's gonna go down. Ari almost dies to the Super Mega Death Rocket. Jinx trying to finish the job. Ziggy is trying to fish this kill. But Ari still does have Spirit Rush. Keep that in mind. She has one more. Oh, it just expired. She might be going down now in a moment.
The level up.
Oh, she's gonna be forced to flash. She's gonna get out. But will Briar hit? Nope, it's gonna be a miss. Charm comes out and charms out from the Ari. And you overstayed, buddy. 3 kills over to the Jinx. Jolly Rancher, like, they're gonna roll. Oh my, okay. Vi hits her in the face. Here comes the Galio ultimate. This should be another kill onto the Vi. Oh, Misfortune ultimate forces C-Cat to flash away. Here comes the Vi. Make sure they can finish the kill. Soren Noel gets another kill on the board. 4 kills over to the Vi.
And this game became exactly what you wanted, a scrappy mess.
I love it. I love these games. All right, now we're gonna have more of a scrap in this top side. Stoppable Force is not available at the moment, but forces the flash from Aurelia as the dredge line does miss because of it. Oh crap! That's already Ziggy's watch. That's wild. That is wild. All right, but Flash is trying to trade a little bit with the Misfortune. Don't know if that's what you want, bro. But now Vi, oh, as I start saying that, Aurelia, you might die. Oh, he gets out. But Vi also working her way, killing those void grubs, along with the teammates coming to back her up with Ari in support, keeping the Briar away. And none of the teammates are able to respond. But Moby gets the unstoppable force just in time to finish the kill, and he's gonna get executed. So no gold over to the Jolly Rodger's crew.
It's a big kill from Moby. Aurelia's gonna drop that wave, and they are gonna be able to open towards that bot side for the dragon contest now.
I will say though, through all that mess, keep in mind, Jinx has got 3 tower plates. That's a lot. And then you look at this gold difference. Jinx is a little over 1k gold over the Misfortune. Like,
yeah, I mean they gave the Jinx one trick Jinx. You gotta play around that a little more. I think they're still betting on this team comp and team fights that they can lock down the Jinx, and that's gonna be their game plan.
All right, but
through and through.
Yeah, but looking at the gold difference too, like jungle, it was like a huge gap at first. Like it felt like CCat was just running away with the matchup, but then it turns around now. Now the Vi is the one ahead.
Yeah, that's been a messy first part of the game.
All right, but now we got 3 members. Here comes the cease and desist on to the Jinx, along with the Dredgeline Finalis and the Misfortune Ultimate. They take out both Briar and the Jinx. Flash is trying to run for his life, but he's not gonna make it out at all. And that's a big business exchange going on to that river for plenty of gold to try to tie up this game, and for White Lotus Wisteria.
Yeah, and that's the combo I was talking about right there. They didn't even have the mouth fight, but between the Nautilus hook, the Vi cease and desist, and the Nautilus ult, Jinx never got to play the game.
Alrighty, yeah. Keep in mind, Lulu was not beside the Jinx either, so he didn't really get to even help out Ziggy at all. Ziggy just got exploded.
Yes. Something I'd like to point out while we have a moment: the Malphite does have a lost chapter.
So he's looking to probably go, I'm gonna summon Malignants.
Or that ultimate CDR.
But the con that comes with it though is the fact that Malphite's gonna be pretty squishy earlier because of that. It's gonna be a lot easier to take down. So Moby's going to be mighty careful with how the way he chooses to just pick these fights. Like, you can't just willy-nilly just do everything. But White Lotus there, they're gonna be opting to send their Misfortune Nautilus mid, and Ari switching Ari to the bot lane. But now we're looking for a little bit of chaos. Spirit Rush is coming back up for the Ari fairly soon. Cease and Desist is just now coming back up for the Vi, so it probably would have not been a good engage. Briar does come in for the ultimate, lands it on the Nautilus, but she's gonna be by herself. Unstoppable Force comes out, and CCat is gonna go down again.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a blunder by CCat there.
All right, now White Lotus Wisteria, they're starting their Rift Herald. Getting a lot of control, like despite the first like 7 minutes, which was, it seemed like Jolly Rodger's crew, they had it all under control. It's like this game is just flipping. Now it's like, okay, White Lotus is just getting all the objectives they want.
Yeah, curious to see how they continue to push the small advantages they keep getting around the map.
Alright, it's now Galileo being sent down to the bot to match the Ari. It's now Soren and CCat, they both looking right at each other. We got a little squabble here as CCat is going to get the blue buff, but now, oh, here comes Misfortune Ultimate. Ziggy does come in and come in with the ultimate. He kills the Vi, and now we got a little squabble here. It's going back and forth. No resets on Zig. It is inspired, but he's gonna get another one off of support as Galileo Ultimate coming down. This fight is going crazy, but not for White Lotus, as 2 is already dead. Make it 3. Aurelia is getting gold on the board.
Yeah, they burned their big cooldowns all on the Briar to start the fight, and Jinx never just got any, or Jinx never got any attention and just got a lot of uptime. They should get this mid tower off of this too.
Up as now we got a 1.9k gold lead. Oh, back over to the Jolly Rodgers Ghost crew. All right, 2 turns now. Now they get first turn goal, but they also got that top tier 1 tower. And keep in mind that bot tier 1 tower is pretty low.
Yeah, Jolly Roger's just looking to take some of the standing gold on the map and prep for the next dragon, which is going to be very important to them because it will put White Lotus on Soul Point if they are able to take this dragon.
Yeah, keep in mind it's going to be Ocean Soul for this game 1. Just curious to take a look at the goal for the Aurelia now, as Aurelia's, ooh, that's quite a bit. As I was talking, here comes the engage on the C-Cat. C-Cat does not have flash at the moment, so he's gonna just die here as the kill goes over to support.
That's a big pick right before the dragon.
Definitely is.
Looking at the death timers, will be up before the dragon respawns, but that allows White Lotus to take a lot of positioning on the map.
Alright, already looking to try to pick off Ziggy, but they're gonna use that Riptail, get that mid tier 1, get some more, and get some of that standing gold on the map. Now they're gonna be making their way back to the Dragon Pit. All right, we get the Dredge line onto the Ahri. Ahri look like she's gonna get, not Ahri, sorry, Aurelia gets blown up as now the Briar ultimate comes in. It hits the Malphite. They're looking to take more blood as the Cease and Assist comes out onto the junglers, make it 2 down for the side of Jolly Rodgers as now Flash is forced to run for his life. Jinx not even close to the fight yet. I don't even think this is a good time for you to come in, fam. Still got knowledge Dredge line that is gonna come back off that cooldown fairly soon as now White Lotus Wisteria, they start that dragon.
This is going to put them on Soul Point, barring a major steal here. They just got caught out again right before the major objective came up.
And Jinx with the steal, the super mega death rocket, and the zap coming out to get the dragon for the Jolly Rodgers Ghost crew. Ziggy is putting on a show.
Ziggy is putting on a show indeed. I'd like to apologize to the White Lotus fans out there, as on my first time casting, I did invoke a caster curse. So yeah.
I mean,
First time.
I'm just saying, Soren has smite. You're saving it for Worlds, I guess.
Saving it for Worlds.
Saving it for Worlds.
We now have about 2 minutes of downtime before objectives are up. What are you looking for both teams to do here?
Well, my thing is, for this objective, because the next big objective coming onto the board is that Baron, but it's gonna be pretty early. Thing is, like, for these drags, for these objectives on the map, Jolly Rodgers, they have to be the first ones there. Like, they don't want to be the team to try to fight into the squad of White Lotus or Wisteria. It's not going to work out too well, especially when White Lotus is going to look at you and say, all right, cool, pick their target and just pick them all apart, especially in those corridors. If they're already there with Misfortune Ultimate, it's going to be dangerous with that bullet time. They have to be on the first ones on that river. And I got to keep really good vision control. But well, and Jolly Rodgers, Jolly Rodgers and both White Lotus making their way to the top side, as White Lotus is gonna be taking that top T1. And this is not where they want to fight. This is not where they want to fight. Misfortune bullet time is up. Here comes the Briar getting to Smolder, getting onto, but they're gonna be killing the jungler pretty quickly. And now bullet time is still up. They can turn this around. Bullet time is coming out. Make it 2, finna go down. They're gone. Jinx is excited, but it's just Jinx the only damage. But would Jinx actually be able to kill them all? It looks like a triple kill. Probably gonna be a quadra kill. It is. Make it a penta in a moment as Ziggy takes over the fight as they're not able to take down the Jinx.
Yeah, the Jinx was on the back end of the fight, just getting to free hit both of the tankier individuals on White Lotus. And after that, it was just reset city for Jinx.
Reset City it is. Now that Jinx sitting 10-2-2. And the richest person in the game already about to be almost an 11k gold total for the game. Sitting on about almost 3k herself. Ziggy's got to be happy right now.
Yeah, this is going to be very scary Jinx in these team fights. If they can't find her with the Vi ultimate, this fight is never going to look good for White Lotus.
Well, Baron is still on the board. Keep that in mind. It's now Malphite and Aurelia. They're gonna be bot lane matching each other. Most of Jolly Rodger's crew, like 3 mid. Lulu's getting getting really good vision on the blue side of White Lotus, but like I feel like you can't. I feel like in this game you can't really afford to like. Their front line gotta be blocking their Briar ultimate. They can't afford to have to use a lot of their abilities on the Briar to keep Smolder Gate alive, to be able to use that bullet time to change those fights. Because especially in that fight, C-Cat was just literally ultimate onto the Misfortune, and they took so much. Knowledge had to go from the front line back over to help them out, and they had 3 on the Briar, and C-Cat just took their attention away for so long. That the rest of the front line for White Lotus was just getting hammered.
This is a 3-item Jinx now. When most of everyone in the lobby is on 1.5 or 2 items still, so this Jinx is going to be really scary in this fight.
Definitely so. If possibly may see a trade of rejected. The Dragon is coming up soon. Baron is still on the map. Vi is on that bottom side along with Malphite, but Malphite does also have that teleport up, so does Ahri. Teleport for Galio is up too, so now Briar was a little bit on the hunt, but she's gonna use her E to get out of there. Make sure she don't keep running after somebody. As now Jolly Rodger doing exactly what I was saying earlier. They need to be on the river first. Try to keep that and try to minimize the amount of bullet time it's doing it. Smolder Gate, you're getting a little too much courage there, my boy.
Malphite's trying to stay off of vision right here. Hit them with a surprise ultimate, maybe.
All right, coming out from the Galileo, but Dredge Line's gonna keep support from getting caught up there.
Ahri's looking to flank here, and they do not have vision on her.
All right, we got the big fight coming out. Aurelia ultimate and he lands on 4. Galio is gonna catch 2 as Aurelia is going crazy. Smolder Gate running for his life. He's gonna die. Jinx getting a reset. Jinx is trying to live, and she's still getting that shield. She's finally gonna go down, shut down to the Jinx, but it doesn't matter. It's Jolly Rodger's Ghost Crew is gonna murder the rest of White Lotus.
Almost another penta.
Yeah, but it was almost for the Aurelia. To answer your question, the name of the player that is piloted Misfortune name is Smolder's Gate. To answer your question.
They're also going to get this dragon here, which is going to put them even in dragons now, which was the big objective for White Lotus to be able to close out this game.
All right, it's gonna be a free dragon over to the side of the Jolly Rodger's crew, as they're gonna be 2 drags now tied for both teams. And now this goal lead is right under 6,000 in the favor of Jolly Rodger's Ghost Crew.
Next big objective is going to be this Baron here, and Jinx is
Now we're gonna have a pause. Go ahead and continue your thought, man.
yeah, Jinx is going to be very close to Infinity Edge here. Definitely going to have the Infinity Edge before the next dragon fight. But looking at this map state, I mean, the last fight was they managed to kill the Jinx, but the Aurelia was just in the back line causing chaos. And Misfortune, I don't think ever got to ult in that fight, if I'm not mistaken. And if Misfortune isn't ulting in these fights, they really just lose a lot of their damage output.
Like, you know, honestly, like they need to change up how exact, and they need to change up how they're fighting these fights. Because cool, Vi and Malphite are dive bombing somebody. Sounds all great until you realize Aurelia is dive bombing your most important champion on your team at that moment. So you don't really have much backup behind that, behind all that, especially with Lulu keeping Ziggy alive for so long. They having the heal, having the barrier, like we gotta change our like. Probably gotta start looking for flank angles, trying to actually send probably like Ari to silent and try to split apart the team of Jolly Rodgers, so they can actually find us better fights. Because right now we're already at a point in the game where if they try to take 5v5s, it's just pretty much Jolly Rodgers slapping them with the wallet. Because we look at the Aurelia already has Kraken, already has Borg halfway through the second item, which I'm assuming, judging based off the two items, is gonna be a wit's end. And Malphite only has a Malignance and Frozen Heart. He's still gonna be kind of gonna get ran through a little bit. He doesn't really have all the HP. Galio's coming behind Aurelia as she's flying in, using and utilizing that ultimate to get to that back line. Like,
Yeah, honestly, the stat line for Briar is 2, 9, and 11, but it's really deceiving. There's been a couple of moments that were questionable, but the Briar is doing a very good job of separating the team fight. And every fight that they've won so far for Jolly Rodgers has just been one person on the two carries, being Ari and MF, and just not allowing them to output damage onto the entirety of the team.
All right, well, hopefully this pause doesn't take too much longer.
Hopefully it wraps up quickly.
All right, while we waiting, man. All right, well, Coin Flip, let's get to know you a little bit better, man. You know what? What shows you watching as of late?
You know, I don't watch a lot of TV, but I have been watching a lot of Worlds lately, and my boy Faker's doing it again, making the God run, and it's quite impressive that T1 this is going to be their third World Finals in a row.
All right, so you want to know what's crazy? Actually, somebody brought to my attention this past week. So if you think about it, right, T1, if you look at the past 3 years, this year and the past 2 years, they have lost to the 4th seed at Worlds. They have won against the 4th seed at Worlds. These finals, might add. I'm talking about finals.
And now this year they are the 4th seed.
They are the 4th seed. Like, what's going on here? What's with the number 4? Like, what? Jin running the script for Riot right now for Worlds?
Yeah, Jin has got to be ecstatic. Didn't quite get the 4, the 4th 4, but at the same time, if you think about it, Jin being a terrible ADC at this Worlds means he just didn't get his 4th 4. If he'd have got the 4th 4, he probably would have carried this Worlds, honestly. And we're back into the game.
Yep, we are back. Baron is still on the map. And so keep that in mind. Like, this one more team fight could really just decide and can really just be that one to allow that team to get that Baron right then and there. But it's crazy. outrageous to say that I've almost seen 2 pentas in one game. Meanwhile, I haven't seen a single penta aside from this series since I've been casting for Merc, I believe.
I know there was a penta in the first game that was streamed, which was the I believe it was the Aurelian Soul penta. I'm not sure what teams those were, but I remember hearing about it in the chat after the game.
Oh, that's why I'm specifically saying the ones I've casted, because so many games happened throughout the week and not all of them were streamed either. So just keep that in mind.
The fact that we almost saw 2 this game is crazy.
Say that again.
The fact that we've almost seen 2 pentas this game is pretty crazy, though.
Yeah, that is wild. That is wild.
MF with the Serpent's Fang buy. How do you feel about that?
Okay. You see why Misfortune built it? But I mean, granted, I guess you know, and help shut down the Lulu shields. I mean, Galio does give a shield with his ultimate for magic and for against magic abilities, but kind of like an I mean, I guess, but really, unless you're really up there autoing the Jinx, or you're gonna catch the Jinx in the bullet time, Serpent Fang really don't do too much, because Lulu's really just burning all her abilities on keeping Ziggy alive. So it's just a matter if you can hit Ziggy or not if you're Smolder's Gate.
Yes. Giving some of this gold over to the Galio here, he's probably
and keep in mind. Oh, sorry. You know.
Honestly, the Galio has no armor at all besides the cloth armor, so they're probably hoping to get a little bit more armor on him before the next team fight, just so he can survive that Misfortune ult a little bit better.
I mean, keep in mind, though, Galio only has 2 items. He got the Hollow Radiance. He also has a Rift Maker. But I would say this too, in terms of for as Misfortune having Surface Fang, keep this in mind. Misfortune hasn't really been able to get off like ultimates really in the past 2 fights, because somebody's been on top of Misfortune both times. So keep in mind, like I said earlier, it all depends if Smolder's Gate can hit Ziggy with bullet time or autos, but it doesn't really matter too much when you're running for your life majority of the time, and from the Aurelia and the Briar.
Speaking of running for your life, someone pointed it out in chat that we missed. Misfortune doesn't have boots at this point in the game. Not even the tier 1 boots. I'm not sure if that's the move here when you're running for your life in these fights, but it's definitely a plan.
That's what you call the no ball special. All right. All right, but now while White Lotus on the other side of the map for the drive, we got a Baron start over for the Jolly Rodgers Ghost crew, as they're almost about halfway through. Ari's gonna make it there in time. We're gonna have the TP coming in from the Aurelia. We're gonna see what White Lotus is gonna do. Bullet time comes out. Smite makes sure it secures the Baron, as now we got to engage over from Soren.
The bullet time really didn't get much output.
Oh, they catch the Jinx with the cease and desist. Oh boy, we got a nice fight going on here. Brian's gonna make it over to CA. Woo, 3 dead. That was a lot in just a little bit of time. But Ziggy getting caught out of a horrible timing, but still, because how far ahead Jolly Rodgers Ghost Crew is, they just smack White Lotus with their wallet.
If they can catch these next few waves, they could be in a very strong state here. They're kind of taking a while chasing this Ahri down and cleaning her up, which eventually they do. But Dragon's up right now, and this is going to be the sole point for them, as well as Aurelia getting this top tier 2, which is going to be a lot of gold. It should put them roughly at about a 10k gold lead when it's all said and done.
White Lotus, man, I see what you guys are trying to go for, but Man, that fight was not y'all and not y'all for the taking. A full-on 5v5, that's not it. That's not it. Granted, they killed Ziggy, but doesn't matter too much when everybody else is just gonna get slaughtered. And now Vi trying to come in and further still, Soren is gonna get the dragon, but in exchange for his life.
And now I think White Lotus, or not White Lotus, Jolly Rogers can just walk it down mid without the Vi. Especially the Nautilus getting caught here.
Yeah, Jinx is
This
so
might just
huge,
be the
man.
game.
Yeah, Jinx is so huge. All right, well, Unstoppable Force coming out. They're looking to try to get Ziggy again, but Briar is gonna get onto the Ari. Ari almost dead. Seacat almost died from the tower shots. But Moby, remember I was talking about with that Malignance buy earlier? You're weak, and you're gonna be on the weaker side. And now Briar comes in, kills Smolder's game. He's gonna be out of there. And this should look like the end of game one.
Yeah, they took their last stand probably a little sooner than I would have. I would have waited for my Nautilus to respawn, but I think they're gonna have to go one more time before they actually end this game.
All right, we got another little squabble. They look as White Lotus are getting slaughtered. Double kill over to the Aurelia, make it a triple. Is now the game one over to the side of Jolly Rogers Ghost Crew.
Yeah, the protect the Jinx comp just protected the Jinx very well. She got a lot of uptime in those fights whenever, even if she, and then the one fight they did manage to burst her down, everything was thrown at her, and then the team was just kind of just in a bad spot to continue that fight, and Aurelia got to clean it up really well.
Definitely so. Well, whew, that was definitely. It was a scrappy game at first, and then it just turned into, like, I hate to say it, but White Lotus is getting walked. It was like the middle of the game. They try. I mean, they tried, but granted, I want to see if they're able to turn it around like they did last series. 'Cause last series, they got destroyed like game one, and then game two and game three, they literally. It was a highly competitive game for like the first 8 minutes, and then White Lotus just straight up destroyed the opposition. But now I'm curious, can they actually pull together and possibly make this game two competitive, or will Jolly Rogers Ghost Crew just run away with the series? Because yeah, I think we all agree. No boosts on Smolder's game was kind of troll, but it's all right. But we're gonna throw it to intermission as we get draft set up for game two, because these series are kind of rolling pretty fast. So go ahead, get your bathroom break in, kiss your wife, husband, or if you don't have anybody, yourself, I guess. Don't worry, I'm with that crew too. But we'll see you guys for draft for game two. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are now about to hit the draft for game 2 of Jolly Rodger's crew. I didn't say Rancher this time, so don't crucify me, y'all. Versus White Lotus Wisteria. They're not gonna opt to switch sides at all. They're gonna stay on the same sides. Jolly Rodger still on that blue, White Lotus on the red. I'm just real curious. You think they're gonna switch up any of the bands coin flip? They're gonna keep the same?
We might see a Briar ban just because she was so disruptive, and maybe in the second half an Aurelia ban. Also, a Jinx ban would be kind of warranted, but I also think Ziggy can play just about whatever you ask him to, just from what I've seen from him. I think bans, if JRGC was going to change anything up, it would be the Vi. I think even though he got behind early on it, he was still very impactful on it. So we'll see if they change anything.
All right, well, now we already into pick bands. Now Kaisa being taken off the board again by Jolly Rodger's Ghost Crew. You're gonna see what White Lotus. They're gonna opt to keep the J4 band. I'm gonna see if they decide to change anything out of those first three though. Try to keep Ziggy from getting on that Jinx again. That Jinx was pretty destructive. Way band coming out for the side of Jolly Rodgers. A little bit on the slower side for the pick bands this go around because they were just shooting them out like rockets last time. Leona band again. I'm curious though. Was White Lotus gonna keep the Ash band, or they're gonna just finally change that to the Jinx this go around? As a Mumu is coming out for Jolly Rodgers, making sure and that Soren can't get his hands on it. Oh, it was not locked in yet. Let me not say it so preemptively. Hold up. All right, there we go. It's locked in. As we continue with this pick ban, I do think one issue that was had to be had with White Lotus. There it is. The Jinx band comes out instead of the Ash. But White Lotus, I think they picked that Vi way too early.
Yeah, I think they're probably gonna first pick the Ash here for Jolly Rodgers, and we'll see what White Lotus responds with.
There is the Ash being hovered right now. Let's see if they're actually gonna lock it in and go with it. Nope, is it gonna be Smolder? It is gonna be Smolder, so now I can't say Smolder's gay's name no more for this game.
I think they did that on purpose.
Yeah, they want to try and mess with me. I see you guys. I love y'all too. All right, where we get to the last 10 seconds for White Lotus, they're gonna instead take the Ash themselves.
Curious to see if this is a Smolder 80s carry or if it's a Smolder mid.
Yeah, this pick is pretty dangerous as far as that flex concern. Makes it hard to actually try to set up a matchup for him, especially. If they're gonna take. Come on, that just ruined my whole train of thought. Why are we picking Vi R2 again, guys? Come on. Too early for the Vi. I mean, granted, I understand you want to kill the AD carry, but now you just.
I think it's a little.
Go ahead.
I think it's a little bit better here because I don't think you want to pick an Enchanter with Smolder. I think you want to pick something like a Nautilus or a kind of engaged support. But they are going to go the route of the Lulu.
It just gives free setup and free reign to Jolly Rodgers when you're picking something like Vi that early to be able to just pick some defense already up and be able to shut down the Vi engaging. Like, come on, man. Like R3 is fine, but this early, not so much. It's like picking J4 and like R1, R2, and then the other team just like, okay, we're just gonna pick 1,000 dashes. It's kind of the same concept. It just doesn't work too well. And now is Zach coming out for the side of Jolly Rodgers to round out the first 3 picks.
Yeah, this style of draft is just protect the Smolder, same way that the last draft was. But I think the Zach can also just dive into the backline and create absolute chaos while the Smolder is just hitting. I like the Braum Ash synergy in lane. I think it's a good duo.
Definitely so. Defer your bot lane.
Yeah, we'll see if they can get a meaningful advantage in the bot lane this time.
Yep, stuns and slows for days. All right, but looking like we're sticking with the same band so far in the second rotation. Mordecai's being taken off the board for White Lotus. Jolly Rodger's crew, they're a little hesitant, but they go ahead and take the Urgot off the board. But we're gonna have a little bit of a swap as now Galio is being banned by White Lotus.
Interesting ban. I think that means they're gonna pick something a little more AP heavy
And
in the
this
mid
is
lane.
and this is what made me question if Smolder was going mid, if they were gonna ban Yone or not, because Smolder mid into Yone is pretty rough on the Yone, but instead probably might be 80 carry. But now Victor coming out for the side of White Lotus. Instead of opting to ban it, they said they're gonna pick it themselves and take it away from the side of Jolly Rodger's crew.
Victor is one of Prison Mike's, I believe, his highest picked characters, highest mastery champ. So I think that's a really good takeaway. However, the Lux is not a very strong lane for the Victor, so we'll see how that lane goes.
Definitely will. As you look to see what Jolly Rodger's gonna look to and round out that team comp with. And it's gonna be the orange top. Ooh. We got plenty of engage from the Orin and the Zag. I like this. And fight starters from the side of Jolly Rodger's crew. But we keep in mind though, White Lotus, they do have that Braum, so they stop the Zag maybe not too hard long as they can see him coming and have wards down. But the Orin, okay, and York. And he's gonna be coming out. I think every time I've casted a White Lotus game, I've seen York. Game 2, if I'm not mistaken. To be exact, game 2. Every single time. Starting to become a pattern.
I believe that's one of Moby's highest master champions. So we'll see. It's going to be an interesting matchup. We have a very team fight centric team with JRGC versus a side lane heavy team with White Lotus, and we will see what wins this matchup.
Oh, it is one of his highest mastery champions. And actually, I think the last series, as a matter of fact, I believe I saw him run this particular matchup. Either this one or the series before. I think I saw him run York versus Ornn. And life looked like hell on earth for the Ornn. I'm not a York player, so I'm not going to sit and act like that I know the ins and outs. I just know the abilities and what they do. And know that York is annoying as all hell to deal with. But looking at this draft, man, if I'm Jolly Rodgers, I guess Zach will be playing towards the bot lane. Either that or trying to constantly help Lux kill Victor mid. Because you got a scaling 80 carry. You got Ornn in the top side. Like literally, you have the professional weak side champion in top lane. Like, I would think if you got to go to the side lane, your choice is got to be the Smolder Lulu. But even still, that's not. I don't think it's gonna work out too well in fights because I feel like if you're looking at it from a 3v3 aspect, I feel like White Lotus does more damage. Like, granted, yeah, we have Lulu for shields and such, of course, and polymorphing somebody, but the amount of CC that be coming out from the Ash Braum alone, not even including Vi with the Vault Breaker, to be able to stop Zach's E. And it also depends on who gets down there first. I believe both sides probably gonna be playing for that bot side because that when I watch White Lotus when they pick the York, they don't typically go help the York much anyway. So
yeah, I don't think York needs a lot of help in that lane, and I think they're gonna look to pressure with that. Like I said, the Ash Braum synergy. However, that's two completely different play styles later in the game. You're gonna have a very heavy pick comp with White Lotus, with the Ash Vi having great side lane impact, and then on JRGC, they want that Smolder to sit and stack, and then once they hit 225, they're gonna just want a team fight on cooldown and let him just burn through that entire team.
that's why you need some water, just like I do, Brody.
Yep.
All right, but as both teams now they're starting to load into the Rift. We're gonna pass over to intermission. We're gonna see you guys back when we're on the rip for game 2 of Jolly Roger's Ghost Crew versus White Lotus Wisteria. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to your Merc Academy IBSG League Game 2 series between two undefeated teams of White Lotus Wisteria and Jolly Rodger's Ghost Crew. I almost called you guys ranches again. Don't worry. I make sure I ain't do it this go around. But like I said, this is game 2. Jolly Rodger's Ghost Crew taking game 1 off of White Lotus Wisteria. So you're gonna look as the guys look to see what can they come back and actually take us to the game 3, or is Jolly Rodger's Ghost Crew gonna completely take over the series and take another dub? Which team's gonna walk out of this undefeated? And so I normally ask this question every series to the viewers. If you think Jolly Rodger's Ghost Crew is gonna take home the dub and continue on past this week undefeated, give me a 1 in the chat. If you think White Lotus Wisteria, they're gonna take and turn this bad boy around and win this game 2, give me a 2. Let's see what you guys think.
Not a lot of early game shenanigans like we had last game going on here. Expecting both junglers to full clear. Interesting to see that Vi started bot side. We might have a level 3 gank, but most likely they will both just path towards top side.
And probably so, especially because Zach, he opted to start on that red buff and went straight down the Krug. So if he had pathed over to like and start Raptors then on the way down, I would expect some level 3 shenanigans from the jungle in the bot lane, but not so much right here as we get a little bit of poke down from Prison Mike onto the Victor. Both just duking out a little bit. As I don't expect nothing much to be going on here, as both junglers they are pathing their way towards top side. But Flash is able to get a good amount of poke onto this Lux. Oh, we got a 2 in the chat. Okay, somebody's believing in White Lotus. I see it.
Yeah, the question with this game is just simply can White Lotus win before the Smolder becomes too overpowered?
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say overpowered because of, say for instance, if they're able to keep the side of Jolly Ranchers down, like everybody around the Smolder, then the Smolder won't really be a problem because it's just to execute. It's not necessarily he does like absurd amounts of damage unless he's fed. So if they're able to get the Victor ahead, then it's gonna be rough. But as we got a little engage going on to Moby, nice Ghost, make sure that he making his presence known that top side on the horn.
Vi's gonna be seen on this ward here, so nothing much should happen. This is gonna be a scuttle for Vi.
Yep, as the Vi is pretty ahead on the pace right now. Zach looking like he's going for a lane gank. Of course, White Lotus side are not going to see it. All right, we got the flash. Okay, with the vault breaker flash to catch the Lux and kill over to Victor. That's going to be great. He's already 10 CS ahead. Lux does have the teleport, so she'll be able to catch their wave. But now being a little over 10 CS, gets the kill to help accelerate the passive. And for the Victor, you got to be happy if you're Flash.
You gotta be ecstatic that you got that first blood.
Not only that, because of the wave state, he's not gonna have to teleport to come back. He should be able to just walk back to lane.
Also, Vi was able to double scuttle because of the Jax pathing to back in the topside bush.
You mean Zach? But keep in mind, speaking of the Vi, she went to that tri bush. There was no wards on the side of Jolly Rodger's crew, so they didn't even notice her there. But unfortunately for support, he landed a kill on the minion, so they're not gonna get the stun onto Lulu. But even still, Blasted does have the heal and the flash, so should be fine. But keep in mind, this game too, Ziggy does not have barrier as he opted to take teleport this game, so it should be a little bit easier to actually kill the AD carry, unlike that last game with Jinx.
Curious to see if the prio that White Lotus has bought themselves with the early kill onto the Lux is going to net them grubs or a dragon here.
All right, well, we got a little small engage as Nats Ghost a little too early on the E, not able to get explode that pillar and knock up Moby. So he's gonna be able to walk out of there scot free, but still good trade on over the Nats. He's gonna get more damage now. Zach's gonna be on the top side now, looking to get that E. He's gonna hit the menu with the Q, unfortunately though. But now Braum is on the top side, but Lux is looking to collapse. But Vi is also there. Oh, Q landed onto the Lux. Flash still is available for Prison Mike. Is he gonna get out of there? He should. Yes, he's gonna make it to his tower. But now Control of the River comes back over to Jolly Rancher's crew. It's now the Orange Ultimate is coming down. And Gravity Field is out for the victor, but it's not gonna matter when Lux is not in it. And she's gonna get the ultimate onto 3 individuals. So consider all 3 of them dead. Double kill over to the Zach and 1 kill over to Prison Mike.
Big fight for Jolly Rogers here. This is gonna get them the grubs, and they might have enough of time to actually just run straight to the dragon. And Zach's gonna hit 6 here, and Vi should still be 5, so they could contest this here.
All right, Moby. What? Moby's gonna see Zach. Zach's probably and should be able to leap out. He's gonna get a lot of damage. Oh, is he gonna force the pass? Yes, he is. Maiden is up. Keep that in mind. Will he be able to finish the Zach off? And it looks like he will be able to kill over to the Yori. Now looking at the Orange. Orange's gonna E away. Keep in mind the Jolly Rogers crew are only able to get 1 Void Grub in all this. So 2's gonna be to the side of Jolly Rogers. Sorry, not Jolly Rogers. White Lotus. My apologies on that.
Bit of a blunder. I think that if they keep their top laner there with him, that they're able to take those quicker and a lot safer.
I think in all honesty, it should have just probably kept the Lux there too, because Lux wasn't going to do anything but just go back to the lane. Unless I might be mistaken, because I didn't really see the wave state too much for his mid. I was just mainly looking at what was going on that river. As not another Lux, oh, it's going to come down to the Victor. It's going to take him to about half HP. He's not going to have that teleport either, so he's going to look in the wave clear. But we're like about to have some shenanigans in the bot lane. While Vi is taking Scoto, we got a little bit of a scrap on that river for vision. And now Zach's going to be spotted out by the Vi.
Vi is 6 for this fight, and Zach is only 5, which the complete opposite happened of what I said earlier. But that means they shouldn't be able to contest this, and they should be both of the early objectives mainly going over to White Lotus besides the 1 grub.
You keep in mind, both AD carries ultimates are available. As Zach looks for the engage. Here comes the mom landing on the 2. Victor's gonna get another kill. Enchanted Crystal Arrow lands on the Flaccid. Flaccid almost goes down. It's forced to flash. It doesn't matter. The Ash W is the volley's gonna catch him. Vi is looking to finish the job, but unfortunately doesn't have the flash. So not able to kill the Lux. Lux is gonna make it out. Ziggy's trying his hardest to get more damage down, more stacks. And he might be walking the wrong way. He might be caught out. The flash comes out for the Victor. Gravity Field goes down, but not going to be able to find the stun, but he's going to be able to find the kill with the last auto.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you can contest that without your Zach being 6 there for Jolly Rogers. And also, York is just milking this tower top side, so the gold is beginning to build up for White Lotus.
Definitely is. Definitely is. Well, I know White Lotus fans got to be happy right now.
This Victor's also got 3 kills, which is what you want. He already has the Ludens walking back to lane right now. And Lux should not be able to contest this wave for him.
Yep, Ludens companion, and he does also have the level 1 and level 1 upgrade for his passive. So the death ray is empowered at the moment. So that wave clear is going to be massive, especially to keep that Lux in that lane.
Mulder is at 75 stacks, so he's stacking pretty well currently. Curious to see if they want to accelerate his stacking in the middle of the game just by donating like jungle camps like raptors that you can stack individually, or if they're just going to wait a little longer for it.
All right, but now look, and as the goalie is like showing itself in this top side, you see the damage that Moby is getting down. Oh, we got a little bit of a hiccup and a little bit of hiccup in the spectator, but it's okay. We're back in the game. As we're seeing, like in this mid lane, like it's hard for Lux to keep up with this wave clear. But Zach's coming in for a gank. Lux comes down, gonna land. Here comes the Zach ultimate. Gonna be a kill onto the Victor. Going over to Prison Mike, giving him some gold. And now he's 2-1-2 on the board. And especially crucial now that these Void Growers are actually coming up fairly soon. Keep in mind though, Flash does have his teleport up, so he should be able to get there.
Zach's looking for a flank here.
Zach's looking at a flank, and Zach also doesn't have. Oh, and Lulu is not down there. But here comes the engage. Enchanted Crystal Arrow is up. So is the Braum ultimate. Keep that in mind. Both teleports, two teleports are coming out. Should be coming from the mid laners. Yep, as we got a little bit of a fight here. Also on the other side, now the Braum ultimate is going to stop the Zach from hitting the leap. Flaccid Leg's going to die. Yours going to go for it. And now we got people. Health bars are low everywhere. As the bot side is not going to result in any kills, but Flaccid going to get caught out in that mid.
Interested why Flaccid was there with the Zach wanting to make something happen on the bot side.
All right, well, Void Grove's going over to the side of White Lotus Wisteria. Now they have 5 on the board. That's gonna be great. If you're Moby, oh man, you're happy. You got gold, you got Void Groves, Void Mice are annoying as all hell when Yorick's pushing your tower. Oh brother, White Lotus is getting exactly what they want.
Also, they've already swapped their mid lane and their bot side. So Smolder's gonna be down here with only 1 target and not a great target to stack on.
Definitely not, but Lulu's probably gonna be, and he's gonna be able to help him get down those slows. Try to help Smolder get some of his stacks off. But also keep in mind though, like I said earlier, Victor does have that empowered death ray. So the fact that the wave clear is gonna be crazy for the Victor. I don't think they're really gonna be able to get these waves under the top of White Lotus and that bot. Let's take a look at these Victor stacks real quick. Yeah, he second upgrade now. Oh. As we got it now, an engage coming up for the top side. Is now Zach's engage and Orin ultimate coming out. And now Zach ultimate being expended too. Yorick finally goes down. Alright. Alright, well, oh no, we're looking for more. Here comes the cease and desist onto the Lulu. Enchanted Cursed Arrow is gonna hit too. Lulu forced to ult herself, but will Lulu not be able to make it out because Flaccid doesn't have flash. It's almost up, and Vi is gonna find the kill.
Good pick to get some gold back from White Lotus there. Vi burning flash is not a huge thing, so relatively short cooldowns used. They're not gonna have the Vi ult for the drag fight.
But a big ultimate on the side of Jolly Rodgers is Lulu ultimate is going to be down also. And keep in mind,
yes,
because of what Orin and Zach, they opted to use the ultimates, the top side to kill. Oh, speaking of ultimate, here comes Mom. Is he going to find the kill onto the Ashe? Oh goodness, a lot of flashes expended. Only person to go down is the Ashe.
This should net in a dragon for Jolly Rodgers. Smolder, however, just gets popped.
And bye-bye to the Smolder, but the Victor is gonna go down to Flaccid. It's gonna be a free drag over to the side of Jolly. Oh, never mind. Let me not say free. Here comes the Vi. Vi's probably gonna die though. She does get caught by the binding. Gonna get chased down, and another kill over to Flaccid. Now who you want to kill is on, but gold ever so less over to the side of Jolly Rodgers. Now we got another fight in the top side.
Not sure what the Vi was doing there. I don't think that's a dragon you want to contest without your team this early in the game. It's not a steal or die point in the game.
It's only their first drag. It's not nothing too crazy.
I'd like to point out that Ornn does have a small CS lead on this Yorick.
Definitely does. Gotta be big time because of those couple of ganks that the Ornn has got. But keep in mind too, this York is still annoying as all hell to deal with. As now he's got another fight up as the Orange Ultimate's gonna come out, but he's not even gonna be able to hit the goat head. It doesn't even matter because York's gonna drop the shovel on him.
It's gonna be a cooldown expended for the next potential fight, which should be at this Rift Herald.
Definitely so. York's gonna be forced to back though, but he does have to teleport. As now Rift Herald is being started by the side of White Lotus Wisteria. Zach is around though, but he is spotted out. But the rest of Jolly Rodger is walking out, so they're looking to try to push on it to stop this Rift Herald from being taken. York, and keep in mind Victor is not there, but Victor does have teleport. Lux is TPing in first. Here comes Victor right behind it. But we're not gonna get any action here. Everything should be all good.
That is 2 teleports expended by Jolly Rodgers to the 1 of White Lotus, so them getting the objective and 2 teleports is going to be big for the side lane prio of Moby on this York. And to give an update on the Smolder stacks, Smolder is at 147 stacks. He's kind of falling, I would say, behind in the pace that pro standards would give us, but I think he's still in a good position to hit his stacks in a solid amount of time.
Speaking of stacks, we got Victor also at 75, looking for the last upgrade. So
Victor's playing with fire here.
Definitely is, and now he's down there in that boss side by himself. Zach's looking to engage. He's gonna get the leap. Here comes the Q coming down. Victor's gonna die. Good grief. That Lux ultimate is hitting like a truck already.
I'm just getting melted.
Yes, sir, he is. Even though he already has the Thorn Mail. And Orin looking to ult and try to keep the York, finish off the tower, but keep in mind the Vi is here too, so there should be another kill onto Nazgos.
As well as first tower going over to the side of White Lotus in the tower race. It's still a very close game gold wise, but they are looking to funnel the York even more with this Rift Herald in the top side.
Definitely, so there should be another Rift Herald going, and it should be another tower going on, especially with that demolish on the York. There should be another charge onto the actual inhibitor turn of the Jolly Rodger's Ghost Crew.
I think Vi might be overstaying here with the Rift Herald's gonna die and Vi's just gonna die with it.
Soren, you're griefing, brother. You're griefing. What are you doing? You're griefing. Alrighty, well, that happened.
That did indeed happen. Not a terrible death though. The dragon's up in a minute, and the Vi will be up in time for the dragon fight.
I definitely consider that a terrible death because less bodies on the board means that less control you can get, especially when there's 5 up for the side of Jolly Rodger's Ghost Crew. And especially when you're one of the main engage tools, and as the Lux ult comes down onto Moby, but Moby just doesn't care.
Orin getting the topside tower is going to open up the map a little more for JRGC. However, Victor is it's gonna be close on the teleport before this drag comes up.
This teleport is pretty close to coming up. York already on the side of the map. They do grab the Scuttle. Vision in turn, and they do have some vision on the side of White Lotus Wisteria, but it's mainly on like the Raptor area. But it's not more so onto where the actual side of where Jolly Rodger's Ghost Crew is actually coming from. But now they're gonna know they're there, and from that.
Smolder teleported mid.
As here comes the Orange Ultimate, and Mom should be coming down fairly soon. And now this is not looking good for White Lotus Wisteria. 2 about to go down. 2 are dead, possibly 3. Now they're gonna look to continue to chase as Braum almost dead. Ooh, Ash hits the blast plant, saves her butt, but Braum not so lucky. He's gonna be dead too. 3 down on the side of White Lotus. As now Jolly Rodger is possibly looking to go take that Baron.
Victor expended TP in that fight as well. Not a good look for them. They kind of allowed White Lotus, or sorry, Jolly Rogers to just fight the way that they wanted to fight, with Smolder just hitting while the two frontliners just frontline.
Issue is oh, sorry, go ahead.
This is a slow Baron take. Curious to see if they will try a desperation steal.
But Vi is also just now coming back to life, coming out of the base, so they should be able to get this Baron no problem. I would say the issue I find with White Lotus Wisteria is that you don't have a team fighting composition. You have a Yorick. You can't 5v5 them nowhere near as well as they can 5v5 you. Like, let's not look for team fights here. Like, if you're on the side of White Lotus, you don't want to look for team fights.
This mid lane tower is going to fall in exchange for the Baron, which I think is an okay trade if you are Jolly Rogers.
And they're gonna, and White Lotus also gonna get that bot lane T1.
Curious to see how effectively they use this Baron. Looking to engage on Moby here.
Yeah, but here comes the Orange Horn. Knock up is landed. Lux ultimate hits too. As 3 are on the bot side, and Moby is gonna see the green screen again and gray screen again. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty hard for Moby to push when they don't have any pressure anywhere else. I mean, Vi is farming. I mean, you do have your bot lane in mid, but they're not. But the wave is nowhere near like threatening an objective at the moment, and Victor's not on the map either. Like, you're just overextending, my friend, at that moment. And now Vi is gonna find Ornn at that tri-bush. And now Jolly Rogers Ghost Crew looking to push down that mid T1, open the map up some more to be able to get that vision into the jungle and actually control it and claim it as theirs.
They should be able to get this tier 2 with Vi's positioning. I don't think that they have much of a fight here.
All right, but looking like we got a teleport coming in from the Ornn, and now we're looking like a fight is Soren's gonna get the cease and desist down onto Ziggy, but Ziggy's gonna eliminate him. Lux ultimate goes wide up through the uprights and miss everything, but it doesn't matter when your team is just demolishing the rest of the side of White Lotus. All right, Zach's gonna find another engage onto this Victor, and Ziggy gets another kill. 5, 2, and 4 on the board for Ziggy. And this might be a game over situation. Now they're looking.
Maybe not quite yet. It's gonna be close though.
Definitely close. As now you get the ultimate onto Braum, and now Zach is diving. Zach just wants blood, man. He just wants nothing but smoke and smoke accessories right now. As now the side of Jolly Rogers Ghost Crew, they're gonna be backing off now, making their way outside the base. Nobody goes down. Just a couple low F bars, but Zach should still have his passive up, so no worries.
Something I'd like to point out here is the level difference on the two junglers. Vi is level 12 to the Zach's 14, which is getting a little crazy. Smolder is at 227 stacks after taking those Raptors, so now Smolder does have his God passive online. Curious to see how White Lotus will play this next dragon in a minute.
Yeah, if I'm White Lotus, I just don't fight it.
Yeah, you kind of just have to give it at this point and hope that Moby can get something done in the side lanes. However, he is on the not necessarily the strong side of the map, but on the objective side of the map, so he should not be able to get away with this very heavily. As
you see, Jolly Rogers Ghost Crew, they're eliminating that vision. They're gaining control of that blue side jungle, taking away all those jungle camps too, taking money out of the pockets of White Lotus Wisteria. You're gonna sense the danger and gonna recall and go back to base, but Vi is split pushing the top side. Alrighty. Whoa.
No one's gonna answer the Vi here. Smolder's backing now. I don't think that's the person you want split pushing if you're White Lotus, however.
I mean, it's not. It's gotta be York. Vi needs to be staying with the team, but Lust is gonna utilize that teleport, get up to that top side, clear that wave. So White Lotus aren't gonna get anything for it. and in exchange for the and for Jolly Rodger's Ghost Crew taking that dragon. I just stuttered like 3 times. Good grief, man. Need some more water. Why you stay hydrated, folks.
Vi is gonna get some money back taking the top side here. They kind of just flipped their jungle camps. So this gold lead is sitting at about 4,500 right now. But apparently White Lotus has no income, no way to push any of these towers down with just the Yorick being able to side lane.
But yeah, speaking of money, I was talking about earlier with the Smolder. Oh, never mind. We got to engage onto the Lux from the Vi. Lux is gonna miss the light binding. Well, bye bye, girl. It was nice knowing you, Prison Mike. But yeah, talking about the goal and talking about like the win cons for both teams. Smolder is about 1,500, a little over 1,500 gold ahead of Ash. So they get exactly what they want here.
He does have that RFC now too, which is gonna allow him to just auto from half a screen away. So if the Vi cannot connect with the Smolder, I think that's your only window to fight in this, as the Vi ultimate followed with a Victor. I don't know the name of the ability. The Victor E, I believe it is, or the Victor W. Yeah. The W. Oh, the whatever the stun is.
Gravity field.
Yes, the gravity field followed by the ultimate.
I would like to point this out too. Well, never mind. I was about to say something dealing with Ornn, but now we got an Ornn engaged and Lux ultimate coming through. It's always a 2v1 for the Yorick, you know? It makes sense. Because, you know, you don't want Yorick pushing down your base. But just keep this in mind too. That Ornn already has 2 upgrades on the board. One for the Lux being that Lotus companion, also the upgrade for the Moral Mana. Now we got another fight now. As the mom comes down for Smolder. Smolder's gonna get hit with a cease and desist, but Lulu ultimate is gonna keep him nice and healthy. Soren running for his life. 3 down for White Lotus Wisteria. Make it 4 as the Lux comes out, and this time it doesn't miss, it hits. Now it's gonna be an ace.
They're gonna march down mid.
Yes. It should definitely be game. Oh no, the inhibitor.
Got a little bit of a deft moment here, not to the extent, of course, it wasn't that quarterfinal, but it will buy White Lotus some much-needed time.
As another Lux ult comes out, Prison Mike is hitting a lot of these. Like, he is barely missing these Lux ultimates. Like, these final sparks have been doing a lot of damage too. All right, with Baron on the board, Jolly Rodger's Ghost Crew gonna be looking at possibly set up for as they do clean out a couple of camps as they're on their way out. As Smolder looking to clear out that mid, Victor is in the bottom side, responding to those waves being pushed in, trying to get some more gold in his pocket.
Jolly Rodgers hasn't reset from their previous fight. They each have about 1,600 gold in their pocket, besides the support and the top laner. So they might reset here after they get this vision to put some finality on this game. Staying correct, they're just gonna start the Baron. They want this game over now.
Yes, they do. Is now Baron is being started about halfway down for the side of Jolly Rodger's Ghost Crew.
And they're just gonna give it.
I mean, not
Victor
really much.
Was bot side getting the wave in, but it's not gonna result in anything.
Yeah, there's not really much that the side of White Lotus can really do, to being honest. You're looking to get this drag, but Zach is gonna be there. Here comes the Ornhorn. Vi does get the drag, but at what cost? Two are dead now, and possibly looking to make it 3. As now we got the chases on, as Zach is gonna leap over to the Braum. Braum should make it to the blast cone, but Zach's gonna flash, make sure he goes with. As the leap catches him, they're just looking to finish the job here.
Moby is going to have to make a solo stand of a lifetime to protect his Nexus.
I'll be honest with you, I don't think it really gonna work. Zach's eating power shot. He doesn't care about life no more. Man, just having fun right now at this point. And Luck's gonna find the kill onto Flash. So the Victor is down. 4 dead, but we do have Ash cut up in 6. Can Moby hold on just a little bit longer? Maiden now goes down.
Maiden being down is a big thing. The team's respawning.
But and the team might be responding, but this is where Moby is trading now. And now Zach Fast is probably gonna be pop, but they're not gonna be able to kill him as Luck's ultimate comes down, and the final spark does a lot of damage to the Ash. Both Nexus towers down. They're looking to end the game. Make it 2 dead. Make it 3. As the Smolder is 9-2 and 10, man. Huge game 2 win over to Jolly Rodger's Ghost Crew.
Yeah, Moby made a valiant last stand, but it wasn't enough with the gold lead that Jolly Rodgers had, rounding out a little bit under 10k as the game ended. I think we predicted that the Smolder was gonna come on. Once the Smolder came online, it was gonna be very difficult for White Lotus to execute this team comp, and we saw that.
All right, well, this series was it was like competitive early games, and then kind of just goes in the way of Jolly Rodger's Ghost Crew. Like towards the mid game, like I don't know, I feel like especially watching this game too, they picked a comp where they want to split push, but they try to team fight at times when that's not what the identity of that composition they picked does, and it cost them heavily. The point where Jolly Rodger's Ghost Crew is able to run away with the game. But unfortunately for White Lotus Wisteria, they're going to be the ones walking out with this L tonight. As Jolly Rodger's Ghost Crew, they're going to stay undefeated. So you got to be happy if you're a fan of that team. As they're still looking like one of the strongest teams in the league at the moment.
Yes, looking very strong indeed.
Alrighty, well, I'm gonna close this stream out. I hope you guys had a great time. I know I had a good one. It was games weren't exactly as super chaotic as I normally have when I'm casting, but it was chaotic enough. But you guys have a great night. Thank you for tuning in and rocking with us for this series of 2 then undefeated Titans. Now only 1, but you guys have a great night. Enjoy your time. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you next time.